Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Oma, and in today's video I'll be talking about things that you need to consider before choosing your university. I mean, a lot of people have made a lot of mistakes, in choosing university. It's not just about schooling in a big city or a university that is highly ranked. It's not just about that. There are things that you need to consider, very important things that you need to consider before choosing your university. So in this video I'm going to be talking about that, and if you're interested in knowing these things, if you're interested, please keep on watching. Welcome back. Please, if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please do so. If you think this content is interesting and it has been beneficial to you, please, I would like you to subscribe, and don't forget to give me a thumbs up, comment, ask your questions. I will do well to answer them. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. I love you. So let's just go straight into what we have for today. All right, the most important thing that you need to consider, number one thing, every other thing I'm going to talk about are just below this, what I'm about to say now. The most important thing you need to consider before choosing your university is, number one, if you intend, you need to know whether you intend to remain in that country after your studies. What I mean is, would you like to get a PR after your studies? Then if that is what you want, then there's a lot of things you need to consider before choosing the university you will go to. But if you're very sure that you don't need a PR, you're not going to apply for permanent residency in that country, then you can just choose any university you want to choose. Now let's go down to the next one. If you want to, like I said, if you want to remain in that country after your studies, that means there are a lot of things to consider. Number one thing is that you need to be sure that you're studying in a regional area. Now please let me quickly say this before I go ahead. I'm talking mostly for those who want to study abroad. Who want to study in Australia. I don't really know how other countries work, but somehow they might have their own regulation, their rules, their laws and all that. But for Australia, if you want to, it's very important, if you want to get a PR, you need to consider studying in a regional area. It's really important. You need to consider, because a lot of people have just, oh, I want to be in the city, I want to be in Sydney, I want to be in Melbourne, I want to be in Brisbane and all that. Those are big cities, and we know that everybody wants to be in the city. Who doesn't want to? But you need to consider, if you want to get a PR after your study. So if you want to get a PR after your study, that means those cities, those big cities, are a no for you. All right. Then there are other cities, the region. Every other place is termed as regional, apart from Sydney, Brisbane, Melbourne. You can study in the Gold Coast. You can study in Adelaide, Canberra, and so many other places. All right. So these are the things you have to consider. All right. Then another thing you need to consider is, well, will I say what you need not to consider in this case is ranking. A lot of people look at ranking as if, no, you don't look at ranking when you want to choose your course. You need to consider the course you want to choose. If you are going to you need to consider the course you want to choose, so that you don't just study anywhere. Some people prefer ranking, maybe global ranking and all that. Even while that is good, but it's not the most important thing. I think you should consider how well that school is doing when it comes to that particular course that you want to study. For example, the course I'm studying, the school that I applied to is number one in the whole of Australia, and about third globally. They are really doing well. So that is why I chose that school. I didn't choose the school because of ranking, global ranking. No, I chose the school because they are really doing well in that course. There are other schools that are highly ranked more than the school I chose globally, but I didn't go for that. You understand? So these are the things you have to consider. Then another thing you have to consider before choosing your university, I think I should have said this earlier before saying this, is you need to make sure that any course you're going to take should be in the SOL list. Yeah, for those of you that want to get a PR after your masters or your study, you should consider courses that are on the SOL list. It's very important. Now, in considering those courses, I know that don't just choose anything like, okay, because this thing is in the SOL list, so I just choose it. No, you should choose around what you can relate to. There are courses that you can relate. I mean, people usually have first choice, second choice, and third choice. So there are courses that that you could relate to, that is still good, that you can still do. So you have to choose courses that are in the SOL list and all that. So it's very, very important. And by the time you choose those courses, you check for the universities that offer those courses. You get me? So all these things are really, really important in your choice of university. Don't just choose university because it's highly ranked or because it's in the city. No. What I have outlined here right now are the most important things for you to consider. You have to consider, number one, if you want to remain in that country, if you want to get a permanent residency, or you want to leave. It influences the choice of your course, and further the choice of your university. And again, you need to also check the environment. Is that city, is it conducive, is it multicultural, do they accept people and all that? In that city, is it a place that you can easily get job for as an international student and things like that? So I think we have come to the end of this video, and please, if you have watched my video up until now, please do well to subscribe, comment, and give me a thumbs up, and I'll really appreciate. Thank you so much.